Putin has created his own reality, hasn't he? And I think if we look at the last week, we can see Putin sidestepping just about every opportunity to do what he's always said he wanted for what Russia, which is to restore it to being a superpower, as it was during Soviet times and indeed during the Russian Empire. But he was absent from Istanbul and absent, as you said, at the Vatican. So he's laying low.
Where's Mr. Rubio fit into this? I had not one, not two, but three people ask me this weekend. The president will have a phone call with Mr. Putin today. Fine, okay. But where is the Secretary of State in this debate? Or is he just removed aside and is Mr. Trump his own Secretary of State?
Well, it's a very good question that I think we can link back to the conversation with your last guest as well. We are trying to read the tea leaves and understand who has what brief, or is President Trump kind of, acting as his own counsel? And the meeting with his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, the subsequent meeting that he was supposed to have at the Kremlin was canceled. So I wonder if Trump is going to end up being frustrated after this conversation, because, in dating terms, what Putin is doing is called breadcrumbing.
And what does that mean?
A little trail, just enough to keep you going, but no lunch.
So
no sandwich.
I love that. How cute.
exactly. So
Yeah,
if you're
perfect.
President Trump, how do you approach this here? Because on a campaign trail, obviously he was speaking very confidently about his ability to end this war, and he's kind of maintained that commitment here. Where does he go?
Well, I mean, I don't know that President Trump feels that he does have to maintain the commitment. He's expressed frustration with Putin. He had previously, to a great effect, expressed frustration with Ukrainian President Zelensky. Putin will be hoping that the United States moves on, loses patience, and leaves this to Europe. And so I expect that, we'll get what diplomats used to call a candid conversation. Putin might agree to something. The Istanbul meeting yielded a prisoner exchange, but he just needs to keep President Trump feeling like he's listening. And I think his appetite to continue at this stalemate level is almost indefinite.
So again, if you're President Trump, do you have any leverage here to kind of move this forward? Because again, it seems like one of the issues he certainly campaigned on.
So yes, I mean, President Trump has threatened secondary sanctions in kind of out loud musings. So he does have further sticks. I'm not sure that the president will want to go that far just yet. And remember, of course, that President Trump has just come off the back of what was a very successful trip to the Gulf,
Right,
where he was, received with the kind of
Right.
tribute and deal
right.
bonanza that he likes to see. So his patience might be a bit thin today for this conversation.